So this is State Street. This is the Wit Hotel. I was in it when it first opened, and I used to hang out upstairs in the deck that's open. It has a big glass outside. So, anyways, I'm down here for the State Street Lights, the Chicago Theater, the Joffrey Ballet. Excuse my pronunciation. But anyways, right across the street from, on the west side of the street, is ABC Studios and ESPN. Do you think they have anything to do here? And you know how it's blocked right in front of the subway right here entrance. So, but here's the ABC Studios and ESPN. Disney bought ESPN. But you think they would be big into this because this is very much Disney, right? So where they have their studios, they should be heavily involved in ABC. And so we have the Christmas Carol, Walgreens. I don't know. Are they sponsoring it? It would make sense, right? Stocking stuffers, Walgreens, CVS, Dollar Store, Truly, Five and Below. Those make incredibly good places to go for stocking stuffers. That is what you give them on Christmas Eve. The stockings above there, the gifts under the tree is Christmas Day, but the stockings are what you give to them on Christmas Eve. So, anyways, the stockings are on Christmas Eve. And then the eve of the eve is when you have your party. Not on Christmas Eve. The night before Christmas Eve is the eve of the eve party. So that's where you do your friends and your white elephant on the eve of the eve. But here's the Macy window. And so Marshall Fields and Company, yes, Chicago's very own. Chicago used to be big in retailing, having the biggest retailers. Marshall Fields, Montgomery Ward's, I think Goldblatt's, and Sears. They were all Chicago. But you see the lights down here, but do you see any of these merchants here getting into it? Like, I don't know, is there the State Street Avenue Association? Now, I would assume Target, deep pockets. It would have the window, and you could buy the Target dog, which would be awesome. The Spot, the Target dog. Now, there's the Frisbee, but that's a dog. But, again, that can be a gift for little kids, the Target dog. But there's Target, no windows. Here's Five and Below. Great for stocking stuffers, truly. And you can do stocking stuffers on New Year's Eve. You can do stocking stuffers for Thanksgiving. So, again, you can give gifts on those. You bring a gift and you can give gifts. So it's about sharing. Thanksgiving's about sharing. Giving and receiving. These holidays are about giving and receiving. About giving, and from that giving, it teaches reciprocity. They give back. And so it's all about, here's Harry Potter, the cursed child. So it's about reciprocity. But people forget about that. Jesus Christ is about reciprocity. He gave, you give. So it's about reciprocity. And some reason everybody around me misses the point of reciprocity. I don't see to be getting the reciprocity I deserve. Truly, I deserve. But I sure get all the hate. They seem to dump all the evil on me and then give these pieces of lowlife everything. No, there's Barnes & Noble. Right here is DePaul University, their downtown campus. As you see right here on the sign, it says DePaul University. This is their downtown campus. But the Gleacher Center, you know it's their downtown campus. Truly, University of Chicago, Northwestern, Feinberg, the hospital, you know that's the Northwestern campus, the medical school. But DePaul has that little sign. And I went to courses and I had to go to Barnes & Noble and buy my books for DePaul, right? So they have their books through Barnes & Noble. If the bookstore for DePaul, their downtown campus, is Barnes & Noble. And then right across from it is UIC. It's downtown law school. So, and then what's the name of the law school? I don't know. Is it Kent? But the whole point is, where's the name of the law school? Truly. And you got some banners here that say DePaul. But I guess there has to be a heavy police presence outside the downtown campus. A show of force. All right. So it's under constant threat. Right? So we're continuing on down here next to this great black man, the savior of mankind. Right? I don't know where those civilizations are, but anyways, call me racist. I can only look at the past. So, show me. Truly, show me amazing things that are on a continuous basis that pull everybody else up besides black people. So they say racism. Do you know all those things that white people designed pulled up every race, from Asians to Hispanics, Latinos, to Arabs, to blacks? All those things that Einstein and everybody else invented, that were all invented by mainly all white people, pulled every race in the world up. Every race, not just themselves. It pulled every single race in the world out of the dumper. But again, they say there should be no white supremacy. Supremacy is through actions like Jesus Christ, perfect from birth to grave. But it pulled everybody up. All those inventions pulled everybody up. What Rockefeller and all of them did pulled everybody up around the world, every country, every people. And the majority of all of them are white people. So these people that with these races, they should be saying thanks. Thanks. Thank you. But they give you attitude. Like my partner is Asian. Sick and tired of their freaking attitude. Where is their humbleness? Where is their gratitude? Where is the payback? He said it. I got this from other people being pissed. Even people of their own race being pissed at them. Where is the humbleness, the gratitude? All those universities were created by white people. And we educate China and every other place in the world. All those Ivy League schools. They educate the world, bringing every country up around the world. All these schools. UIC, students from China, educating them. So, where is the payback? Continuously calling racism, is that payback? That seems like cutting off the nose to spike the face. The face helped grow the nose. And you're the nose, and you cut off the nose. Isn't that disgusting? You're a hypocrite. So I don't get it. And I keep on showing you over and over again. They should be counting their blessings. Remember, all that housing and all that stuff that was given to them. The tax base of the United States was almost 100% white in 1960s, 50s it was, basically. So, and then going forward, still, the majority of all the money comes from white taxes. White taxes. They have the most inherited wealth, they have the most wealth, and they pay a ton of taxes. So, most of all the taxes that the federal government gets comes from the white population, overwhelmingly. But I don't want to get into race, but when you start hurting me over the last 8 to 9 years, I wasn't going down this route. But when you keep on attacking me, I have to defend myself, right? I have a right to defend myself. Facebook says against the community. How about them against me? I don't get to defend myself? Isn't it called self-defense? Because they cry out and say, oh, self-defense, police harassment, oh, they're that. They carry more illegal weapons than anyone. And they use them. But dig up, I looked at all the FBI reports and that. Talk about illegal guns and carrying them. You think there'd be a great cleanse through their community, getting rid of the illegal weapons. That way, you know who has a weapon and who doesn't have a weapon, and what type of weapon they have. You think there would be this great purge through the black church, through the community, like a wave of cleanse. But, hey, I don't know. I can give you all the statistics and everything. But getting back to it, why does the light stop? Now, there's that area, but down here, there's nothing. So how far does it go down? Because if I keep on going downstate, do you know what's downstate? Does anyone know what's downstate south? Yeah, obviously you do, probably. Illinois Institute of Technology, one of the top technology schools, literally in the country and the world. It is up there. And it's in the heart of a black community. And they want to grow. But they can't grow with people doing crime and everything else. Ro Khan used to talk about all the drive-bys on campus that stifles people from going to campus. Do you know how many shootings there were on the University of Arizona campus? And I was there for decades. Do you know how many shootings? 0. Not 1. 0. There was no armed robberies ever. No shootings. Now, there was a suicide, and the guy shot and killed himself. But no, there were no shootings. 0 at the University of Arizona. And it's, 50,000 going on 60,000 students and growing fast? So, no shootings. Not on the campus. That stuff is way, way away from the campus. And so because of the campus, it's incredibly safe. It is. Incredibly safe. Almost nothing, no crime of any sort happens on campus. And it's grown incredibly fast because of it. It's medical school, and all the schools are growing incredibly fast. So what is Illinois Institute of Technology doing? Here's the police department. Don't they need technology? Right down the street from this police department, do you think the police are going to Illinois Institute of Technology and getting technology degrees and innovating the police? Truly, paying them to go to school, to get technology degrees, to come back and work in the police department to innovate and increase its technology, right? Here's one of the greatest schools for technology, and you think they would be doing that. They would be getting their policemen to go to these schools and expanding their mind and figuring out things so it can be a safer community all the way around, right? Catching it early, nipping it in the bud. So, Illinois Institute of Technology, high-speed trading. It's about statistical analysis. Statistical analysis, really. And my teacher teaches. He got his PhD from the University of Chicago in mathematics. He teaches at Illinois Institute of Technology. He runs their high-speed trading program. He's a white gentleman, incredibly smart. And he also teaches at the Graham School, too. He has two jobs. He runs the program. He's the head of the program at Illinois Institute of Technology, but he also works at the Graham School. And that's where I took him for MBA math. So, yes, I can do MBA level math. University of Chicago, MBA level math. That's what they teach in the course. MBA math that gets you through the Booth program. The Booth program. You're doing MBA math. Yes, I passed. Say high C. Anyways, but I was doing my CFP and many others. I was doing my CFP, my designation, working full-time and everything else. I could have done way better. But anyways, that's Booth School math. So if you say I can't do the math work at the University of Chicago Booth, that's a bunch of BS. I already proved. And in my class were people from Booth. Yeah, one 50-year-old guy. I was younger. He was in his 50s. He just started his MBA at the University of Chicago Booth. He was 50 plus. Starting his MBA. So life wasn't ending. He was advancing his career in the mid-50s. He was looking on to move up the food chain in the mid-50s. So, anyways, my teacher teaches down here the high-speed trading is good for the exchanges. All the exchanges in Chicago, futures, options, stock, you name it, bond. They all need to know and be able to read the ticker tapes and analyze and so on. So you think the exchanges would invest heavily into Illinois Institute of Technology. They do this. Now, finance is at the University of Chicago. They're more a statistical analysis and so on, and they're more broad finance at the University of Chicago. IIT is more specific focused, like high-speed trading. So, anyways, I'm coming up here. Where is all the Christmas stuff at Illinois Institute of Technology, right? Christian Nation. You think they have all this stuff up here. How is the campus going to expand? How is this campus going to expand? So, I don't understand, because if this campus expands, they bring all kinds of stuff to the community. Truly, they provide all kinds of students, educational, interns, you name it. Research. Yeah, research for the exchanges and that. They can do research here. University of Chicago does research for them at the Center for Securities at the University of Chicago. They can do all kinds of statistical analysis for high-speed trading research, and so on. So the exchanges have Northwestern, University of Chicago, UIC, and many other, DePaul, and they can help fund educational programs, and those programs do research, which helps the exchanges get better and evolve. Here we go, University Illinois Institute of Technology. This is the center of campus. Here's the sign, but it seems to be cut short. But again, shouldn't this be like vibrant and warm and like really you just entering the campus? So it's on State Street, South State Street, but you can tell you're on campus. This is the university, right? This is their heart of campus. This is their center of campus. So how are they growing? This is the McCormick Tribune Campus Center for the Illinois Institute of Technology. And what are they doing with that dingy elevated line? Truly, are they in the painted Illinois Institute of Technology color? They could. And then at stops at UIC, they can paint it the color of UIC, University of Illinois Chicago, DePaul University stop, that's on Fullerton, and it would have the school's color and stuff about the university. Yeah, it's a joint partnership between the educational communities and the RTA, the CTA. These bus stops that are here. There's a bus stop. It should be a covered bus stop, and it should say Illinois Institute of Technology, proud partner with the CTA. Truly, they need all kinds of trend analysis in that. Here's the Starbucks that's at the end of campus. So where are they building out the campus life here? Truly, do you see any campus life here? Where do the students go if you're building a campus life and you want them to live down here? See, you got to understand this. If you want a commuter, that's fine. Like University of Chicago has the Gleacher Center. It's really designed to be a commuter school. Hyde Park is the main campus. They want you to live on campus or near campus. But the Gleacher Center is for commuter students. And that's why they opened it downtown for people that go to businesses and work, and after they go to night school and so on at the Gleacher Center. Now they can run all kinds of daytime programs for businesses, which I've been there numerous times for business seminars during the day. But really it's an evening and early morning. It can have classes, starting, people get off first shift if they start early, 2 or 3 o'clock. And then you can have several classes. The last set of classes maybe start at 10 p.m. But here we are at Illinois Institute of Technology. And do you see any campus? Here's the Metro. And do you see the Metro saying this is a stop for Illinois Institute of Technology? And then right across here is Guaranteed Rate Field. That's White Sox Park. But it says Guaranteed Rate Field. It should say Guaranteed Rate Field, home of the Chicago White Sox. Home of the Chicago White Sox, right? It's a partnership. But some reason Chicago White Sox is not mentioned. It just says Guaranteed Rate Field. No, Guaranteed Rate Field, the home of the Chicago White Sox, like Soldier Field, home of the Chicago Bears. The U.S. military should be contributing to Soldier Field. The U.S. military should be contributing to the museum at Soldier Field. But here we are. This is right by Illinois Institute of Technology. Now, if they move the stadium, Illinois Institute of Technology can build out here. Truly, this is perfect. Get rid of the stadium. Truly. And then move the stadium and build out. Now, it could go to Gary, Indiana, right over the border, and it serves both Indiana and Chicago. Still, the Chicago White Sox, just like the New York Giants and Jets, play in New Jersey, but they're still called the New York Giants and the New York Jets. So, anyways, here's the Chicago White Sox. They can get rid of this and move it. I think it's a smart idea. Expand Illinois Institute of Technology here. This would be perfect campus expansion. And oh yeah, they could get a sports stadium. They need a sports stadium, right? So, again, I don't know. So fighting for your kids like they're our kids. University of Chicago Medical, Comer's Children. Yes, that's another children's hospital. So here's White Sox Stadium. So let's go in reverse. Now, there's all these lots around here. And again, I think this should become an extension of the Illinois Institute of Technology. This is where they can expand. So I agree with moving the stadium. They don't need this type of stadium. They're not a Division I super team. So they can shrink the stadium. And they have all this land that they can build out on. Let's go this way. And let's see how much land that the Illinois Institute of Technology can build out on. So you got to wait here. It's no turn on red. So I don't understand that. You know, it can be dynamic. Like on nights like here, it can allow turns on red, right turns on red. But instead, you got to sit here and wait because it's no turn on red. Doesn't seem practical. Do you see any traffic? I don't see any traffic. I should be able to turn on red. The only reason they say no turn is during the games when it gets heavy traffic. They want the pedestrians to be able to cross the street. So no turn on red. So that sign should go away when there's no game or nothing going on at the stadium. You can turn on red. They cover it up. But when the game is going on or events at the stadium, there's no turn on red. So it protects the pedestrians from crossing the street so they can cross the street. But here you go. And oh yeah, these are projects right down here. So this all here, I ran down here for the Chicago Marathon. So you have a church right here, but on the other side of the church, these are housing projects. These are housing projects. Now, when I ran the marathon in 2001, they were out here playing music in the front yard, and they said, "You can do it, white boy. You can do it." And so they were cheering us on. Black people are sitting out here playing music, you know, that whole kumbaya feeling after 9/11. We're all Americans. And I'm not trying to cause separation. I'm trying to hold people accountable for what they've done and what they need to do. They need to create a better future, a better legacy. They have a very poor legacy. They need to create a brighter legacy in the future. So they need to be thinking, okay, we've done this in the past. How do we change this and be a significant contributor to the American society and to the globe, to the world? So again, down here, this is all stuff that can go away, and this can expand into this community, Illinois Institute of Technology. So it would bring up this whole community. So I'm for moving the stadium. I'm for expanding Illinois Institute of Technology. So metal forming and all that, they need all kinds of technology in the steel industry. So again, there's lots of land. Look at all that land. You see all that land? The stadium's way back there. You see all this free land? This is for Illinois Institute of Technology, the expansion. And it would bring all kinds of jobs. And they need all kinds of housing and everything else. But again, I don't know what they're doing and what the city's planning. But again, I'm going to turn around here. And the snack shop. So this can be improved. And this is a commercial area, but it doesn't have to be dingy in that. This promotes crimes and break-ins. Look at this, dingy, right? doesn't need to be dingy, and the buildings contribute to it. Just because you're a commercial